Okay, so hello and welcome to another live lesson with Sevendale Specialist Academy. We're joined by two students from P8, Sam and Sophia, and we also have another special guest with us today in the form of Shrewsbury Town striker Dan Udoh. So if everyone could give a big wave at home, welcome to everyone, and we're hopefully ready for a fantastic session in terms of our coordination with ball skills. It's a really good effort. If we can have our first slide up then, please. Be fantastic, superb. So what do we need to be able to complete the session? So we need an open space, a drink to keep hydrated, which is really important, one bucket, a tennis ball, a sponge ball, football or toys to be able to do the balancing and the striking activities, or and then you need a racket and a book to be able to strike the ball. So different ways that we can adapt the activities to make it more in your home environment. Okay, so if we can have our next slide up, please. Okay, so what we're looking to achieve from the session. So the physical aspect, we're looking to understand how to play the game, but improve our coordination at the same time. And the mental aspect, we're looking to understand key components to strike the ball at a target. So what are we looking to achieve, the technical side of it? And then to increase confidence and demonstrate being ambitious for the social aspects. Those are learning outcomes which we're looking to achieve. I'm sure Sam and Sophia will do a fantastic effort in working towards, okay? We can have our next slide, please. Fantastic. So the skills required to complete the game, we're looking at our coordination with ball skills, like I've mentioned, but then we're looking to being able to do it under control, focusing on our balance to be able to strike the ball. And then the key three things when we're striking it, looking at the target, eye on the ball when we're striking it, and then follow through towards your target, as we'll see in the coming up videos. Superb. So we can have the next slide, please. Okay, so practice one. There's going to be 3 sections to this, and there is also a video to this section. So if Liam could play the video, that would be fantastic, and it just gives everyone at home an explanation of how to achieve the game.
Hello and welcome.
There we go, fantastic.
Do some little activities of our coordination and the skills to be able to play the game of zone ball afterwards. First of 3 skills that we're going to look at. So the first little skill, so linking into our balance and our coordination and control. So we're going to see if we can balance the ball on a book or a racket. So thinking in the home, being able to do the activities at home, a book, can we balance it with 2 hands? If you're finding that slightly easy, try balancing it with the 1 hand. Again, if you're finding that too easy, can we then try and walk, drop it into the bucket, little celebration to go with it. You can adapt the activities for balancing. So for example, I've got a pair of socks here. I can balance that on the book or the racket, or if you want to, a scrunched up piece of paper and balance it on the book. Okay. Next little activity that we're going to look at is being able to hit the ball up and strike the ball in the air. So keeping my eye on the ball, both hands are on my book, or again could be the racket, and I'm being able to hit the ball up. If you're finding that too easy and you're wanting to challenge yourself, 1 hand and hit the ball up. Again, if that's too easy and you're doing really, really well, can you hit it on either side? Again, that's too easy. Again, add in a little bit of walking, and then can we hit it into the bucket? So I'm going to have to go 2 hands. Again, keeping my eye on the ball, good balance and control, and dropped it in. Celebration, great effort. Okay, and then moving on to our last activity, which links into our zone ball game, and being able to move through the different zones. We're going to practice striking at a target. Now, to begin with, again, we're going to just put the ball on the floor just to get used to being able to strike the ball at the target. Again, I'm looking at the target, so my eyes are on the prize. Then I'll look at the ball when I strike it and follow through to the target. So as you can see, and I shot through, great shot at the target. But to progress it on towards our main skill in being able to strike towards a target and focusing on our coordination with ball skills. Again, eyes are on the prize, so same principle. When I'm striking, I'll be looking at the ball, and then I'll be looking to follow through towards the target and strike at the bucket. Okay, so let's see if I can hit the bucket. My eyes are on the prize, looking at the ball and striking through. Great shot at the target. So there are a few different ways that you can complete the game, and that will support the progression into the zone ball game. Good luck.
Okay, so fantastic. So we're going to try the 3 games that were in the activity. So the first one that we're going to look at, Sam, Sophia and Dan, is we're going to look at our balancing. So if you could pick up your racket or your book, and you're going to try and balance your object on the racket. Remember, like I said, if you are finding it easy, you can use the bucket to progress on, and then you can drop it into the bucket and walking from a distance. So a few ways that you can play the game. So let's see how Sam and Sophia and Dan managed to get on at home. Fantastic. Keeping the racket as straight as you possibly can, to balancing the ball, and then can you keep it on there for a period of time? If you're finding it slightly easy, then it's about stepping back and taking a little walk, and then dropping straight into the bucket. Yeah, everyone's getting on. Yeah. Well done, little celebration in there. Good man.
Balancing.
Oh, Dan, another piece of equipment that you can use there. Ping pong bat. Yeah, good work. Well done. Good. There we go. We're using the tennis racket as well. If you wish to do so, there's a little triangle just below the handle. You can also try and balance the ball in there. So just some different ways that you can vary the activity. Fantastic, great work, Sophia, great control. Yes, good work. We'll give you another 20 seconds on this activity, and then we'll progress it on to Sam striking the ball. As you can see, Sam's sister is striking the ball in the air already. Great work, great progression. Yes, Sam, great reactions. Okay, so if we could just hold it there, Okay, so progressing on, we're going to now try to hit the ball up, starting with our 2 hands. We're just going to try to, can we keep nice and still be able to hit the ball up? And if you're feeling confident, so part of the session, objective, confident and ambitious, you can try to walk and progress and drop it into the bucket. Okay, so let's see how we all get on at home. Fantastic, really good work, everyone. Off we go, 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 go. Yeah, great work, Dan, really good control. There we go, good work, Sophia, really good effort. Super work. And then remember, there's all the different challenges. You can try and get it into the bucket. It's entirely up to you, whatever level that you would like to pitch yourself at. It's up to you. Great work. And keeping the racket as still as we possibly can. Keeping our eye on the ball and being able to strike the ball up in the air. Fantastic effort, everyone. As you can see, Sam has changed a piece of equipment. There we go. Good work, Sam. Well done. Okay, we'll give you another 30 seconds for practicing this activity. Just to remember, you can do the activities wherever. You can do these in your house. So if the weather's maybe not so nice, you can do it inside. But if it's as nice as it is on a day like today, you can get out in the garden like Sam is and be able to achieve the activity and have little competitions against your family. Excellent work, well done. And we'll just hold it there. So then, last activity was our striking activity before we progress on into our zone ball game and being able to strike at the target. So we're going to place the ball on the floor to begin with. So you're placing the ball on the floor as shown in the video. Then you're looking at the target so you know where you want to hit it. Then looking at the ball, and then you're striking through towards your target. So that is the first little progression that we're going to. Then we're going to work towards being able to strike the ball out of our hand towards the target. So let's see how Sam, Sophia and Dan get on at home. So striking the ball from the floor to start with and pushing it towards the target, just getting used to the techniques that we're trying to work towards. So you can do it, you can do this again two-handed, or you can do it one-handed, depending on how confident you are feeling. Yeah, great work, Sam. Really, really good strike there towards the target. Well done.
Well done, Jess. Check it. Hold on.
So we're getting on to it. Yes, Sophia. Well done. Really good work. She got down there. Her eyes were on the ball. She struck it through towards the target. Really good work.
Get corner to the target, Sam.
Okay, give you another 10, 15 seconds, and then we'll need to progress on towards being able to strike the ball out of our hands. So looking at the target. Oh, so close, Sam. So really well done. You were looking at the target there, looked at the ball, and struck the ball towards it. So well done. Okay, and we will hold it there. Hold it there. Okay, good effort. Great resilience by everyone to keep going and keep trying to improve their skills. So well done. Now we're going to strike the ball and try and strike it out of our hands towards the bucket. Striking the ball out of our hands towards the target. Okay, superb. So let's see how nice Sophia, Dan and Sam get on. Boom. Great work. Yeah, really good shot in there, Dan. Well done. Excellent effort towards the target. Big celebration there from Sam. You can use your two hands as well if you wish. Yeah, good work, Sam. Really good effort. Great strike. Good technique. Well done, Sophia, as well. Really, really good work.
Yay!
Excellent, excellent work. Well done, everyone. Okay, we'll give you another 20 seconds and then we get our opportunity to have a little bit of a drink and a think about the session. Excellent work.
Yay!
Okay, then. And we will hold it there. Yeah, straight in the bucket. What a shot. Good work, everyone. Well done. Okay, then. So if we could just hold it there, please, and we could have up the drink and think time. Okay, superb. So I've got a question in here for Dan, just around one of our topics. So our topic for the social aspect was being confident and ambitious. So obviously, Dan, when you're playing football, can you just give us a bit of an insight as to why that is really important to be confident and ambitious?
I think confidence is a big part of football and life, because when you're confident, you have belief in yourself that you can do whatever you want to do, whether it's your schoolwork, whether it's your football, and when you enjoy it as well, confidence comes a lot easier at what you're doing.
Fantastic, superb. So great answer there from Dan, and I think Sophia and Sam put some great effort in there, and they were really ambitious and they tried every single task that was involved. So massive well done. And a question now will go to Sam and Sophia. So how much success did we have? Did we think we had a little bit of success within those games? If you did, give yourselves a big thumbs up. You think you had a bit of success?
Yeah.
Progression to finish in terms of working on our techniques and the three things that we were working on. So we were working on keeping the eyes in terms of on the prize when we're working on our striking, and we're keeping ourselves as well under control when we're doing it. Then we're looking at the ball and striking towards our target. So really well done by everyone. If we can have the next slide up, please. And this is where we're going to get a little bit more competitive and we can have a little bit of competition. So the activity is zone ball. So you can set it up as shown in the diagram. So still using your bucket, but you can have 5 different zones, or you can even use the 10 different zones, and depending on how confident you are. This is where you use your objects and you place them down on the floor, and those create your different zones. And you can play the game in pairs or on your own, but when you hit it into the target, into the bucket, you move back to the next zone. But you can only move back once you have hit it into or hit the bucket. So it doesn't always have to go in the bucket, but if you can hit the object that you've got down, then you can move back. So there's a little video on the next slide of me completing the zone ball game. Okay. So as you can see, if I've hit it into the bucket, I then move back to the next zone. Again, managed to get it in. See if I can get it in for a third time in a row, but I've missed. But again, still kept my confidence up because I know I've had some really, really good work, still being ambitious. And then I managed to get it in to the bucket and I've moved back to zone 3. So Sam, Dan and Sophia, as you can see, they already set out their zones. So we'll play the game for 2 minutes and see who can move back the furthest in their zones in being able to strike the ball towards the target. Okay, if you set yourselves up at zone 1, when you hit it into zone 1, you then move back. Remember, you can play the game in pairs, see who can move back the furthest, or if you're playing on your own, see if you can move back for either the 5 or 10 zones, depending on how many you have created. Okay, are we ready then? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Go, go, go. Fantastic work. Yeah, great shot. So as you can see, Dan's hit it, so he moves back to the next zone. Yeah, great work, Sam. Well done. So if you hit it like that, you move back to the next zone. Excellent work. Excellent work. If you don't have a racket or a book, you place the ball in your hands, or you can strike the ball with your hand, as I am doing, towards your target. It is still striking the ball and still using the same principle. As you can see, Sophia is doing that, and she's working her way towards hitting it through at the target. So really good work. Sam's worked his way back. He's nearly at, I think he's zone 3. Excellent work. Has that gone straight at the bucket, Sam? Is he on to the final zone? On to the final zone. Is that a little celebration there, Sophia? Yes, Dan. Good shot. Well done. Okay, then last 20 seconds. Last 20 seconds. Okay, and we will hold it there. So if you just relax. We're going to play the game once more, but we're going to look at ways now we can make the game slightly harder. Okay, so one way that we could look at maybe making the game slightly harder, could we move our zones further back? Do you think we'll go to Sam? So Sam, in terms of making the game harder, do you think we could move further away from the target?
Should we move the zones further away, yes or no? Yeah, he's a yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sam thinks he can potentially move a little bit further away from the target. So we will set the challenge for Sam and Sophia. So we're going to move their targets a little bit further away now, and Dan as well. And then we're going to try that as one of our little progressions for the game. But as you can see, if you're doing it at home, you can adapt the games to the ways that suit to make it easier or harder. But we're going to make it a little bit harder because Sam and Sophia have had some great successes at the game. Okay, another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Superb. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Off we go. Go, go, go. But just a reminder as well, if you're playing the game at home, you can have different objects like the ball with. You could use a big sponge ball, you can use a ping pong ball to go with the ping pong bat that Danny's using. You can use your tennis rackets in a load of different ways. You can look at striking the ball towards. Remember as well, when you do it and you hit it, you move back to the next zone. Big celebration to go with it. Celebrate the success in your
Sam, you do it. Go on,
Okay, you've
Sam.
got just over a minute.
Yay! Bit of cheating.
Celebrations as well. You can play the games again with anyone at home in terms of your family. In Jess and Dan's being at the celebration as well. Big celebrations.
Celebration. Come on. That's it, Sam. Yay! Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. Aim for the bucket. Oh. Come on, Jess.
Yeah. Last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds.
Go on, last 30 seconds, Sam. Go on, aim
30
on it now.
seconds.
That's it. Go on. Oh. I did it. Well, there's cheer then. Cheer. Lift your arms up.
Fantastic, everyone. Really well done. Okay, and we will hold it there. We will hold it there. We will hold it there. Okay, excellent work. So if you could all bring it in, really good work.
Come here, Sam. Sam.
Okay, Sophia, if you could just bring it into the camera as well. Fantastic, excellent work by Sophia and Sam. Just a few questions before we go. Just one question each. Sam, which was your favourite part
What's your favourite?
of the activities that you've just done?
What was your favourite part that you've just done, Sam?
This.
What was it? So, was
So
it
the
you?
competition.
Yeah. Was it the competition?
You like the zone ball?
Okay. So Sam liked the competition against his sister. So it might be a game that they might choose to play. We'll go to Sophia now. Sophia, do you have a favourite part of the activity that you've just done?
Zone ball, wasn't it? Yeah.
You like the zone ball game, so being able to move back through the zone. But at least we'll go to Dan. So what was your favourite? Which was your favourite part, Dan, or favourite activity?
I'm with everyone there with the zone ball as well. Enjoyed that.
You like the zone ball game, moving back through the zone. So again, obviously quite a popular game between Sophia, Sam, and Dan. So it might be a game that you want to try at home, and you can do that at any point inside or out. So really well done, everyone. A massive thanks to Dan for joining us, and if we could give everyone a wave at home, massive thank you to everyone for taking part. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See ya.